Hi, and welcome to the Home Educator Magazine's Q&A Thursday. I'm Marlo, Editor-in-Chief of the Home Educator Magazine. On Q&A Thursdays, we're going to be answering questions about homeschooling submitted by parents. And our first question comes to us from our very own creative director and new homeschool mom, Alyssa. So the question is, my child fights when I try to get her to do lessons and instead only wants to play or do something creative. I want to homeschool, but I don't want it to be a daily battle. How can I instill a joy of learning in a child who has been jaded by the push of private, institutionalized schooling? And so I think, first of all, there are a few factors to take into consideration. One being the child's age and developmental level. Another being how long the child was exposed to a conventional school setting, and then the reason why you chose to homeschool. So let's just assume that the child was not thriving in school and wasn't happy, and so you took her out of school and now want to try something alternative. So I think, first of all, there is a certain period of time to allow for school detox, adjusting to the new setting, adjusting to the new rhythm, and establishing your new relationship with your child, because this is a whole different dynamic. And depending on the type of homeschooling that you'd like to do, if you want it to be more structured, you'll need to establish some instructional control that maybe you haven't had in the past as part of your relationships dynamic. And then another thing is setting goals. Maybe you and your child, depending on their age, can sit together and set some goals for what you want to get out of homeschooling as well as what your child wants to get out of homeschooling. If your child is leaning more towards the creative, if they're very artistic or playful, you may consider some sort of an unstructured homeschool routine like unschooling, or maybe just do the creative types of things at home, and you could hire a tutor or sign up for some enrichment classes out in the community so that there's another teacher giving that instruction. That might work for you. Another point that I'd like to bring up is that I think there's always going to be some level of battle, if you will. For homeschooled kids, there are battles, sometimes. It just depends on the child, I think, and that sort of relationship that they have with their parent. But we may battle with our children a little bit in the morning to sit down and do something, but kids that go to school, they have the same issues. They go to school for 6-7 hours a day, sometimes longer if they're in aftercare. Then they have to come home and sit and do homework, and those parents are also seeing battles, especially with the large amounts of homework that those kids are coming home with a lot of times. So it's a matter of, we're going to do our work a couple hours in the morning and have the rest of the day to play and to be free and do those types of things that your child is drawn to, or sit in school all day and still have that battle in the evening. So I think that's a very personal choice, and I think it's just a reality of what we're doing. I think every kid sort of bumps heads when it's time to do homework or to get stuff done. So I hope that's helpful, and thank you for your question. Thanks for watching, and remember, we're going to be answering new questions every Thursday right here. To submit your own question, email me at info@thehomeeducator.net. And take a minute to look at our website. The link is right there at the bottom of the screen. It's www.thehomeeducator.net. Follow us on all our social media, have a look at our blog, and sign up for our newsletter.